Right, so I don't know whether many of you have heard of this company called JSC. They're based in Poland and they do these cardboard kits, and they are lovely. Now, the ones that I've got here are scale 1 to 400, which is as close as I can get to N-gauge, really, in, you know, sort of liners and things like this. The Stefan battery, I bought that with the intention of having that already built, but I just haven't got round to doing that yet. And my son for Christmas bought me this beautiful model of the Queen Elizabeth. There's a little bit of blurb that come with it, JSC paper models, and they are really lovely. Now, I have compared some of the sizes to the freighter that I built, which I'll show you in a minute, and they're quite favourable, although I might not be able to actually have it dockside, but we'll see once I've built it. But there's the picture of the Queen Elizabeth on the back, and if I turn this one over, there's the Stefan battery on the front in various. The one at the top is the one that I've got, and there's various other models that they're promoting there. Now, this is the freighter, which I have literally in the past day or so just finished. I finished doing the rigging, which was a job and a half, I've got to say, to try and get that all on there, but I've done it in the end. Not being a seasoned modeller, enthusiastic yes, but that took quite a few weeks of hard work. Now, like I say, in comparison with the pages in the books, they do compare quite favourably in size. Like the both of the liners are quite a bit bigger than the freighter, as they should be. So I'm hoping that they're going to be a good addition to the layout. And even if I don't have them dockside, I might be able to have them in some sort of perspective view, maybe coming under the bridges, which is another thing I'll show you in a minute. And, you know, it may look quite good from that point of view. If it doesn't, they won't go on the layout, but I will enjoy building them because I do enjoy building these boats. I love building this freighter, which is a scale model scenery freighter, I believe. N-gauge, very, very fiddly. I don't know whether you can see some of these stairs here. I had to buy these stairs in the end because I couldn't make them out of the cardboard because I just couldn't get a hold of them. It was unbelievably difficult. And at the front here, where the anchor, I don't know what the actual thing, the term for it is, the black thing there, I had to make that again out of some packing card that I got with something delivered, because the kit itself, I just couldn't cut it, and you have to cut some holes in it to put some plastic card tubing in to hold onto the chains. And believe it or not, and I don't think you'll see that on here, there are actual chains on there, anchor chains, that I got from China. They took some time to get here, but I have done recently, and I was able to finish it off. But yeah, so that was quite a tough job. You know, the everything on there. I think double O gauge it would be a breeze. But yeah, so I'm quite pleased with that. The lifeboats were great fun to build. Very fiddly, and they look the part. I think the scale model sceneries kits are. Oh, scale model scenery. What am I saying? Scale scenes kits are great. I think they're very good. I like them as much as I do the Metcalf kits. It's different because the Metcalf kits are kind of already pre-cut, which makes it a lot easier in N-gauge. But I generally print these out on A4 sticky labels for the scale scenes kits, and it hasn't come out too bad. But that is my first kit that I've actually built from scale scenes, and I don't think I picked the easiest kit in the world, but then that's me all over. Okay, so moving on. These two bridges are the bridges that will cross the entrance into the harbour. These are, who are these by? N Scenic, and again laser cut kits, and they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And they're just waiting the can of Halford's primer to be sprayed, but I've got to build myself a little. I've got a massive cardboard box. I've built myself a little spray booth for now, until perhaps I really get into some sort of thing with an airbrush, but that's for later on. Something else I have for Christmas, which I've just got out from under the bed. A lot of this stuff has come from out of under the bed. This is a miniature wood and styrene length cutter, which I think for Engage will be very helpful. Trying to cut some stuff out is so difficult, depending on the thickness of the card and so on, but I think this will be a great help as we move along. Right, moving on, Metcalf kits. I've got, this one on the left here is the pub, the corner pub and a house, and then I've got the corner shop and the house. I built it, or got to that stage, because I just wanted to build it and see how big it was really. I haven't finished it because lights will be going into all of these kits at some point, and I've just started building the pubs and shops low relief kit, and you can see that one there laying on its back. Again, not going too much further with that because I want to put lights in it. And this will sit down by Budley Regis Station, which will be right down that far end down there, and it'll probably cover up around the corner somewhere. So we'll have a look at that as time goes on, but I'm kind of semi-building them so that I get some sort of perspective on how they fit in and how the roads and so on are fit round it, and the station round that area, so we'll wait and see on that. Right, we've got two vehicles there, Oxford diecast, both from the area that I'm modelling. There's a royal blue coach, and there's a, I think that's a Devon General bus, again advertising the royal blue on the side, as you can see. But again, I bought them more for a perspective type deal, just to see how things fit and so on, so that was pretty good. Right, moving on, this is a very recent purchase, mainly because the backboard over here is 4 foot wide, and I knew when I'd done it that it was going to be a bit of a struggle to get to the back of the scene, so I've bought myself a little two-step. So that's that sorted out. Under the two-step is a bit of plastic card that I had recently. Another little Christmas present, I think my daughter got me this desk organiser, again from N Scenic, so still to be put together, but that'll be done soon because I'm trying to start to get organised really. This I bought some time ago and I'd almost forgotten I'd had it actually. It was under the bed, which is like, it's a wolf sort of Dremel type thing, you know, obviously yet to come out of the box, but I haven't really got to the stage of actually doing anything with it, but it won't be long now. So that's that. I've got a wiring kit there ready to go for the DCC system. There's some wire cutters as well there. What else have we got here? Corrugated iron maker. My goodness, this come from Australia, and I saw this, I think it was on Luke Town's channel on YouTube. So goodness knows how long ago, and I thought, oh, I must have one of those because it's really difficult to get hold of that. And since then I've found loads of places that actually make the corrugated card, so, or corrugated sheet, so it's not really, I might use it just to see, but we'll see how we go as we go along. That there, Golden Valley Hobbies, is the, I think it might have been Charlie at Chadwick or Graham Falston at Lakeside that uses this to do the longer stretches of ballasting. I've got to put it together yet, but there's a couple of brushes on it that brush the ballast into place, and again we'll see how that works. It wasn't very much, it was only pennies really, a couple of quid, and it was worth sort of having a look at. Something else, a flexible curved ruler. Now I think I saw on one of the channels that I watch at YouTube anyway, oh, Rob Bennett from the Bennett Railroad, in America. He used these to measure out some of his roads, I think, and I thought, oh, that was a great idea. And lo and behold, I struggled to find one, and out of the blue I found it, and I think I got it. I think my daughter got me that for Christmas as well. You know, I found it on the internet somewhere. I just typed in flexible curve ruler and it came up. Moving on from there, at the back there, just recently, Jeff at Pride Parkway was showing this little tiny mini handheld vacuum cleaner, which I thought was a great little idea. So I bought one, all the way from China. That arrived really quickly, actually. It was only here. It was here within a week. Some other stuff that I've ordered months ago is still on its way, but you know, it's funny how things work. In front of it, I've just bought 2 of these recently, which I need the little computer connection things at the end for that Hoover, funnily enough, because that needs that. But I have got 4 plug points in each corner of the cabin, and that's fine, but some of them are difficult to get to. So anyway, I've ordered a couple of those, and I'll probably get another 2 more as time goes on. And I'll put them on the side of the layout. There's enough flex on them for me to fix them up and make them look nice on the side. There's some track screws there. My goodness, they're small. I'm not sure whether I'll be using them yet, because most of the track will be on the insulation boards just there. So we'll wait and see, but I might have to have a use of them. What started all this off as well, some time ago I bought that, the Cornish Riviera Express, which is a lovely thing. I bought it off of eBay, got it, and the engine didn't work. What a surprise. But it wasn't expensive to have it fixed. I think this needed a new engine or a new motor in it, and it didn't cost very much at all, and it was done by a guy that does it all the time, so that was really good. Then I bought myself a Western Class 52. I got that second hand from the Cheltenham Model Centre, which, well, I think it was a bargain. I think it was about 70 quid. It was in lovely condition. It just needed a chip, and when I had the warship fixed, I had the chip put in there as well, because I hadn't done one before. I kind of knew what to do, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to mess it up. Couple of bits that come with the train set. There was some track, obviously. There's the Backman Easy Command Control Centre, couple of coaches. In the meantime, I bought these coaches, and as I've got all of the coaches off of eBay, and I'm just getting some as we go along, really. I'm looking at sort of trucks and things. I bought a nice little Toad, I think they call them, Great Western Toad brake vans. But I will be looking at trucks, but I'm hoping to sort of build a lot myself out of the Pico kits and other bits and pieces that I can find, but we'll do that as we go along. There's some track setters which are used for the curves and making sure that the straights are straight, and I've got some of these T-pins as well because of the probably what I will be fixing into. So that was that, and really I think that's about it, apart from the thing that's going to control the whole lot, which is the Z21, which I got from Scograil in Ipswich, and they seem to be the cheapest provider in the country. So based on watching other people with these, this is going to suit me down to the ground, I think, and I can't wait to actually get going. And I think one of the next things is with the track that I got with this, I'm going to build like a little test layout, and I can perhaps program both of these engines on, and we'll take it from there. But I haven't actually seen these 2 engines running yet, apart from when I got them back from the shop that I took them to after they'd been mended and chipped. So they do actually work, because I saw them going up and down the track. So that's about that.